They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, and I agree with that. In today's day and age, the best way to communicate with people is images, whether it's telling companies what you do, or whether it's telling someone at a billboard to drive your car. The issue is that, this thing's not working anyway, the issue is that finding the right image to tell your right story is an extremely complicated process. What you need to do in order to do that is to go through many, many different steps and complicated software to get that right image. Let's say you're trying to search for a dog. You're going to get a wide variety of dogs. You're searching for a kid. You're going to get even more variety of kids. You. If you try to get more specific and type in, I want to get a picture of a dog with a kid at night, you're not going to get anything. And that huge calling process takes a lot of time. At Typic, what we're trying to do is we're going to re-engineer the entire process that a professional takes in order to get the image that gets them their story. Our process is going to make their lives easier by integrating images, extremely easy. You can swap them in and out. You can filter it to find the right image, not just some of the time, but all of the time. The market for this is great, because right now, it's the time right now. Everybody's on their phones, everybody's seeing things, images are telling you everything. And according to a few different surveys, in 2023, at a 5% growing rate, the stock image market is going to be $4 billion globally. We're targeting a smaller amount of people. We're targeting the Shutterstock Shutterstock company by itself, which is $600 million yearly at 2%. And what we're going to do is we're going to become a marketplace for all of these images around the world, kind of like the kayak method. We're going to bring them all into one place for them to figure out how to get their perfect image. We're going to use a percentage of sales method, so we're going to be taking 15 to 20% of transaction. That number is based off of a few different companies who have their opportunities as partners. It's 15 to 20% transfer rate, and over 18-month ramp-up time with that $12 million that they're working with. It's going to come out to $1.8 million after 18 months. Our competition, there is competition in every single market. Unfortunately, what they miss is that they don't focus on getting the right image, and they still have too many steps in order to get where they want to be. We're going to differentiate by removing most of those steps, and we're going to focus on getting the right image to the right people at the right time. The way we get the right image is that we have an algorithm which allows us to study the way that they have worked in the past in those images, and based on the images in the past, the future images will be more specific to the liking of each individual professional user. Our go-to-market strategy is we're going to target the three most prominent users of stock images: graphic designers, bloggers, and marketing firms. I apologize. We're only going to start targeting a small amount of them to see how they like it and what they want to do in order to move forward. The customer acquisition cost is fairly inexpensive, anywhere between $100 to $150. And over 3 years, we're making that money back on each one individually, because they spend anywhere between $150 to $800 on images each year. Anyway, our timeline is within the next 8 months, we want to have 15,000 active users. Within the next 3 months, we want to have a built-out MVP, as well as a user base, a testing user base of 5,000. Right now, the team is myself. I have 6 years experience in sales and business development. I brought along Max Levin, who just graduated Columbia with a double major of finance and economics. I have 3 advisors, 2 lawyers, and a technical advisor, Alexi, who's part of that. We're looking for $500,000 for an 18-month runway to build out the product, to focus on operations, make sure it's done right from the beginning, and to make sure that we have access to those 15,000 users. Thank you so much for your time. My name is Raphael.
So how far along are we with the MVP today?
Right now we have a clickable prototype that works, and we have a company willing and able to move forward with the MVP as soon as we get the funding. So we're at the concept phase still.
How does it compare to like Getty Images?
So Getty Images has 2 ways of doing things. What they do is that they have their images that they sell or they give away for free. And that's just one website that, kind of like Shutterstock or Adobe, they all have their own images for their specific company. sell to specific people. The difference is, they also have their, they hire out people in order to take pictures, so that's a completely separate market. The issue that we're combating is that there are tons and tons of websites like Getty who sell images, and we're just putting them all together.
You're aggregating.
Yes.
And it's better search.
So I'm not quite clear then how you insert yourself into the, food chain.
We're kind of like a marketplace. They have a few already. They have one called Every Pixel.
So you're charging the ultimate customer, the person who's trying to license the picture, or you're charging?
We are charging
the seller.
So we're the middleman connected to the middleman connected to the seller. So there's the person who has the image, which I have done before. I've uploaded images and sold them myself. So there's me selling it. Then there's Getty Images, who takes a picture and sells it for me, takes a premium. And then there's us, who sells it to the graphic designer from many websites.
Between a Getty or a Shutterstock.
Yes. So we
With
take
their-
a piece of the
with
pie
their
from.
permission, with their cooperation, is some sort of an affiliation agreement that they
So,
negotiate with them?
I know for a fact that Shutterstock and Getty both have affiliation programs. Adobe's a little bit more complicated, but they don't have as many paid images. They have a lot of their free images because they just acquired Fotelio. But over time, I'm sure once we start bringing in a few big names, actually we're going to start with the small names, and I have some of my own images I'm going to sell just to keep it on the market, but over time, people are going to come in and say, hey, we see that you're selling images, we want to join you. Or we'll go to them and say, hey, we have this company, would you like to join us with our expansion of selling images?
And is the value added to it, just so I understand it, and the value chain that I get, that you're saving a lot of time? Typically when they just have to search and scrape both the Shutterstock and Getty Images on their own, hope to find some type of image that's suitable, and you're not able to, based on your algorithm, kind of make photos searchable. Is that it?
Let me look back really fast, sorry. So what the people can do is that they have an option to opt into certain websites that they know they like.
Sure.
Let's say they have 6 websites they love, they trust, but they don't want to have the time to go through them.
Sure.
Those are the ones that pop up. Lost Photo, iStock, Adobe, Shutterstock. You can separate it by individual companies, and of that companies, based on our searches, we're going to show you images that are relevant to you, based on your filter searches, and based on the tags that are existing. We also have the option that if you don't like the image and it's not relevant to you, you flag it, it goes away.
Yeah.
And after a few flags, I think 4, and we decided on, we're going to contact the company and say, hey, this image is not relevant to this search. Fix it, or we will, something like that.
What's the future opportunity? So show $1 million of revenue, then what?
So theoretically, this is extremely scalable because we're just a marketplace that gets images out there faster. There are tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of websites that are bringing in images that are being taken every day, whether it's on your phone, which are being incredible cameras, or you're doing it professionally for an actual, like an actual profession. Some people do that. Some people do it just, I want to make a couple bucks on the side. But there are a huge amount of images being sold every day for professional use. The reason is that people like bloggers, as you remember, they need to have the licensing rights. In order to have licensing rights, whether it's royalty free or not, you have to pay for it. So the market is always going to be there, and if anything, it's expanded. It's growing at 5% a year. It was 1.8 billion a few years ago. Now it's almost 4. So I see that's going up, and a couple of sources I've seen saying that it's not really going to stop. People are very impatient. They like to see things instead of read things or hear things.
How big of a problem is this for the blogger to spend an extra 20 seconds?
So it's not actually a couple of 20 seconds. There's a few steps to it. There's thinking what you want. We're going to cut that out by you're already typing. You highlight the word, it's already there. You're working on it anyway. You got to go through at least 5 to 10 websites to find a decent image. Purchasing it, finding the licensing rights that you need, that takes some time, and then putting it into your system, whether it's the right size, right pixels, all of that takes a lot of time. It can go anywhere between 15 minutes to 45 minutes for a single image, and that happens a lot. That's not just paid images. So our service will be for paid and for free. So our goal is to make it kind of where it's at a place where this to save you time. Like you want to talk to your friends, you don't go see them in person, talk to them on Facebook.